let's get to it. Welcome to the Super GenWorld podcast, where we about to talk about what the fuck been going on up here for the past month. Once again, no notes. We ain't doing no notes on this show. I'm flowing straight from the scroll that I survived with. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Oh, this earth. It's been a lot of shit going on. Are we gonna let it get to us though is the real question and topic that I want to say. Hell no. You don't let none of this shit. Man, look. Being calm. Being mentally calculated is going to be the key to how we control the outcome of the situation we in. Being armed with some kind of knowledge. The truth is always going to be the ultimate purveyor of all of this shit. But trying is better than. And how you do that is up to you and your higher self. You can't force it. Forcing it is only going to make you stress out about the outcome. Because at that point in time, you're trying to make something happen that's not naturally happening. And that's always going to cause some kind of strife. Shouts to Cloud. No negativity can exist without positivity. Knowing what to do in the face of any kind of adversarial situation. You got somebody trying to fuck you over at work, somebody trying to set you up to fail, any of your friends that are potentially envious of you gaining notoriety in any area, whether it's art, anything, man. All of it can be overcome with calmness, still focus, and peace. Now, we are not guaranteed tomorrow, so there's no actual guarantee that it will save your life in a situation. That's not the ideal, the thought of it. The main ideology of all of this shit is to sit back and absorb what's going on, assess, then move. You don't want to just sit there and react emotionally off of your first instinct. Because if you just react, that's what's going to cause you to spew out false narratives. You talking with your emotional reaction to something, and look what happened now. People were out there rioting. Seattle shut the fuck down. We don't know what's really going on out there. Niggas said they got 6 blocks locked down. Some niggas just said we ain't a part of the U.S. and they out there raping people and killing people. We don't know what the fuck going on. But yet, like, I see that shit list being overblown because we don't know what's really going on out there. Overblown is the wrong word. It's not overblown. It is just being talked about without no insight. We see cops running all over the fucking city. They say they can't get in it. I'm not going to be looking too deep into it. And from a physical standpoint, we know if something going down, we need to get people some knowledge to protect themselves so they, in that situation, can potentially fight the fuck back. Because if you got some niggas coming to take over your block, they've been casing that bitch for a minute. That ain't new. They ain't just wake up one day with AKs, hundreds of niggas, Be all like, today is the day we take the block. That ain't ours. I doubt that that's their block. They just took over some buildings, and now those people's lives are ruined. And all potentially because they ain't have the insight to either A, see the shit coming, they ain't have the training or the access to anyone to protect their ass outside of the fucking police. And then you gotta wait for your savior after you call them for 30 minutes. And then you don't know what's gonna happen by the time they get there. But if you had the necessary situational training and awareness, you could potentially protect yourself. But those conversations don't come into play until it's too late. You got to save your fucking selves. No one is going to save you but you. Now, there are legislations in place and people of power who might be on our side. Who knows what chess moves are being played outside of your immediate area. There's no way for everyone to be full-blown aware of everything. There are invisible enemies on this world. Let me say that again. There are invisible enemies on, not in, on this world. And they could be influencing all of it. And you will be none the wiser. So the question you must ask yourself at that point, if you're fighting against some shit you can't see with these two big bitches, what do you expect to do when you're affected and come face to face with it? As a human being, you're just gonna react because this glob of meat is you gonna react. You just gonna jump, be like, there's a 6-legged nigga in my living room. But if you don't think that could happen and you see some shit like that, it's gonna blow your core. A lot of these movies are telling the truth and hiding it behind really bad special effects. But where do you think the ideas come from? Look at the world right now. One man got killed, and that was the spark, right? That was just the straw that broke the camel back. That happened for the past millennia. We know how long all of these horrific situations have been going down, and it just blew the top. But it was that one situation that made that it was all right. Fuck it, that's enough. Niggas was in the street whooping niggas' asses for a minute. Look at what's behind me. It's cartooning. It's flashy. Streets of Rage. Niggas beat niggas in the streets due to injustice. Look like what's going on right now to me. I mean, you're not going to be able to beat that many niggas' asses by yourself, especially as a child. That's not going to happen. Skate not going to beat that many niggas' asses consecutively in real life. That's the trade-off. But the simple fact is, I can endlessly make that parallel. You just got some niggas fighting back because they tired of seeing fucked up shit. This nigga Axel was out there training in the woods with some bears and shit. And then we hear motherfuckers out here kidnapping people and blowing shit up and trying to hypnotize humans and brainwash them. Then you got to put the pause to them. Sometimes you just got to slap somebody. But at the end of the day, peace is always going to be a bigger way to move, hopefully. But niggas is tired of being peaceful. And the simple fact that we still getting peaceful protests is a wild, beautiful thing. But don't take the peaceful protest as that these niggas' soul is at peace, because they not. A lot of these people don't even know why they mad. And it's because their souls came from ancient times. They could be reincarnated and they don't know. Now that's just too deep. I ain't going down hard. But you know what the fuck I'm saying. A lot of people don't know who the fuck they are. You could be a walking nuclear fucking bomb and you have no idea. And folks could be sheep and drones. Daily, walking, thinking that they have the answers and they are the ones that are none the wiser. I don't have the answers. I'm just prepared if some bullshit jump off. But at the end of the day, I'm not every man. Every man ain't me. But there's a lot of me, hopefully, like that with my ideology, but not like a lot. I'm not the only one that has this mind state. Just tell yourself, man. Drink more water. Alkaline, if achievable. Get that good shit. And man, just stay away from strife. Stay away from those that your spirit and your body physically tells you to stay away from. Keep the ones at arm's reach that you know support what's going on up here with you and know what's going on up here with you. Don't try to fight that. Because if you notice when you fight, that little voice inside your head, shit go left. When you try to do what you think is right for you, sometimes you just gotta listen to that little inner voice and be like, something ain't right. Also, don't do what you like all the time. Sometimes you just gotta sit down and do some shit you don't like. You gotta take care of business. If you don't like to work all the time, I get it. But maybe find a way to work yourself to a point to where you don't have to work no more. That's the psychology. That's the game. Sometimes you gotta trick the game to make the game work for you. The simple fact that I'm even able to transmit these graphics to you through magic, nigga. This is magic. Like, we know how signals work and the internet work. I'm a network administrator myself. I've been in IT. But you can't tell me that there ain't something magical about the fact that we are connected on a worldwide level. Worldwide. I got friends in Belgium. I got homies from Syria. That's been there to the war zone. That's seen at ground floor. I got homies from Sweden. Homies. And it's just like, if you can be connected on that widespread of a level, you can't tell me that there can't be some kind of peace, because we all connected for a fucking reason. We conversate, we game together, we make music together. And if you telling me that there ain't some kind of unity in that, get the fuck out my face. There is absolutely no reason for folks to think that their opinion means more than someone else's. Because it fucking doesn't. Doesn't really matter how you feel about anything. It doesn't matter how I feel about anything. What is the thing? How you feel about that thing means jack shit. But is that thing a fucking problem? Or not? Is that thing a rapist? Or not? Does that thing eat children? Or not? It's the thing. Fuck how you feel. It's the thing. The noun. Is it a murderer or not? What is the thing? Fuck how you feel about the thing. Because that's how you get in the rabbit hole. That's how the rabbit hole finds you. That's how the rabbit hole consumes you. And that's how you can become the rabbit hole. And next thing you know, you making racist comments online, whether you white or black, Indonesian, Mexican, who know, like anything. You say the wrong shit because of your impulse, and you just got to get these words out because you think you right. Fuck being right. What's going on? Fuck the right and the wrong. What is that? What's happening? Because there's a big ass gray area that don't nobody know about. We're gonna see aliens next month. The way 2020 going, we gonna see aliens next month. And you know what? It ain't gonna be the Area 51 aliens. There's gonna be some slimy ass, you shooting the bullet bounce off type ass aliens. Watch. They in the military. We done put all of this country's money into the military. Why? What we scared of? Your dream state. When you go to sleep, you take a nap. Start writing your dreams down. Research them bitches. Tell yourself what you're actually seeing and discuss it with your soul. Figure out who the fuck you are, whether that's through ancestry, doing any kind of DNA test or whatever. So many fucking people have done it. They ain't got a database so big. Stop posting your emotions. Just stop posting your emotions, top to bottom. If you get a thought, you watching a video on YouTube, dude say some profound shit. If you watching this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever it ends up, if you're watching this and a profound thought hits your head, research the thought first before you do anything else. Type the whole question in Google. Paraphrase if you got to, but research your thought. And stop acting like Google is such a hard fucking tool to use. You literally can go to google.com. Let's say you need to know how to change a tire on your car. You can just type in, how do I change the tire on my 2002 Ford Escort? And lo and behold, I bet 3 videos will pop up with a nigga kneel down next to his car, and the video lasting 8 minutes and 26 seconds, full of instructions. The audacity of the lack of just willful research to an open platform that the enemies use. Think about it. You have the enemy's tool book open to you, and you don't want to use it. You rather go to Twitter and post a limited blurb and get attacked for asking a question somebody already done answered. And not for me. Not for you, not even for yourself. For the clogged airwaves all across the world, full of ignorance. The news is already spouting misinformation. That's proven. All of them niggas got scripts. That's why I don't write anything down when it comes to this. Having a script in that kind of situation, because relaying it, that's why people going live on Facebook is 10 times more factual than what we're seeing, because we can have somebody actually physically there going live from their device to my device. No kind of goddamn interference in between, unless they got jammers out there and shit, which I know they did have. They were jamming people's phones so they couldn't go live, but some niggas are still getting access to me. Use a VPN. ExpressVPN is a great one. Find one and turn that bitch to Costa Rica. Use a VPN. Do some research into some more compatible browsers for your devices, whatever you're working with, whether it be a tablet, a MacBook, your Android device. Ask me. Shoot me a message. I'll do it. I'll hook you up. Get a VPN. Don't go on the dark web, because you don't know what you're doing there. You're gonna fuck your whole pineal gland up. You're gonna accidentally click on the wrong shit. Next thing you know, you in a fucking room and niggas getting their head cut off and boom, fucking pineal gland vibrating and blowing out your forehead, pulsating and shit, because you seeing some actual, what these niggas crazy. Now there's good information on the dark web. Don't be scared of the dark web. I'm just joking. I'm going hard. The dark web, while it can be a scary place to the unknown, there's a lot of good information and really weird, wild shit on the dark web. But the dark web allows for that kind of activity, and it does exist. But the main thing to be understood is you can protect yourself on there to a certain degree. Have some anonymity, like anonymous. I can't think of the word right now. Shit, I'm a lyricist, but when the words want to work, they'll work. I don't do that. That's my soul. That ain't me. Shit. Get a fucking VPN, man. Get a VPN. Protect yourself. Get some knowledge. Stop posting your energy that's not aimed at anything online. Those of us that's been on the internet for years can actually sense your fucking energy. Through what you type, through what you share, we can sense your falseness, if there is any. We can tell when someone's mentally off. We don't even have to say nothing. We can just tell if somebody's having a bad day. You can tell these things. They're literally right there, hard-coded into the way that you respond, into the way that you type. I'm not no guru of this shit. I'm just a witness, and I know what I'm seeing, and I know how it works. We know top to bottom that the way that you respond to things, we all say we wish we could have voice respondings. Now shit, we could respond with a full fucking video in the comments and leave annotations and GIF animations. Shit, GIF animations are fucking hieroglyphics at this point. It's its own language. We ain't even got to use words. If I can respond to something that you said with a picture or a clip from some kind of digital media, and you get the reference and you understand that I'm responding to what you said, that's a fucking language. We can sense your energy when you post. Work on your energy with God offline. If you are not right with your spirits, with your guides, with your leadership, with whatever you feel is your driving upper level, whatever maintains you up here. If you're not good with that, stay the fuck offline. If you're unstable, I feel bad for you. I wish the best in that I could do whatever I can to get you the help you need. It's not going to be for me. I'm not a Care Bear. I support you and I wish you the best. I got your back and I'm on your team. But I'm not no psychiatrist. And some of y'all are crazy. On and off my friends list. Some of y'all are fucking crazy. And not just some old, like, you got quirky personalities. And me, like, I got, like, ADHD and focus issues and shit like that. Not talking like no depression or anxiety. Nothing like that. Some of y'all niggas want to eat baby. Some of these niggas like fucking underage girls. Some of these niggas literally like to do just some old heinous, wild, hot boy shit that'll leave fates fucked. Destinies thrown off, hanging in the balance for paper, for money. Tragedy strikes. Now, 17-year-old African American boy that was playing that was on his basketball team in high school takes a straight bullet. Boom, he out the game. What the fuck he gonna do? If he's stuck in some low income fucking housing, once he recover, he was banking on that fucking scholarship to get the fuck out of there. His grades and his academics wasn't high enough. He was a B, low B, high C student. How you think that story goes? Imagine your dream get took from you. You have no other outlet. You got two sisters, another brother who is younger, and a single mother in the house. That's real. The only one in the house working is now the mother. Everybody else is in school. Low income housing in a hooded area, mixed with the recipe of that, mixed with some depression to the fact that you got your dream taken from you. Mama struggling to meet the rent guidelines. She hitting it every month, but she's struggling. There's stress and demonic energy in the house. Whether you want to know it or not, it's there. It's like just a floating essence of dark energy just right there in the fucking house. Day after day after day after day. Hitting. Homeboy recovered 6 months later. He walking up to his fucking corner store to grab some fucking snacks. Mom gave him a $10 bill, said go grab some snacks. Boom. He heading up to the fucking store to grab some snacks. He ain't even doing nothing wrong. He just happened to be wearing a hoodie that day. Who gets to him first? The cops? The boys on the block that's watching, I'm thinking that they might be able to hit a lick off him. Could get racially profiled at the fucking store by the clerk. All three of them could lead to his death. No alternate ending there. All three of them could lead to his death. All because of not only the environment that he in, because sometimes you can feel comfortable and safe in those environments if you know the right people, but it's just like that's a real situation to where he might not even have those thoughts going down his head, but I'm driving down and I see him on the sidewalk and I feel his story, because it's not a fucking story, that's a reality. It's not made up. Let's say all these goddamn conspiracies hit all at fucking once. It's not like everything that's led up to this has been fantasy. All of the fucking shit is real. No matter what side of the fence you lie on, all of the shit is real. The only thing that's truly fake about all of this is how you feel about it. The lowest common denominator of all of these happenings in the world, top to bottom, is how you feel about it and your emotional response about it. Now, the ones that are angry and are proactively like saying, "Nah, fuck all of this shit," and the ones on the front line that's protesting with their power and doing the right thing, taking the right steps in their hearts, I stand with them. And the main reason I do stand with them is for the simple fact that you cannot expect a populace, to be okay with being brainwashed, to be okay with being taken over hostily, to be okay with seeing somebody that looked like them get dirted. I'm not going into how I perceive seeing George Floyd die. That video is, I'm not going to speak about that here. This is not the place for that energy. This is for maintaining and cultivating energy. We're not going to bring that down. But I will say this. Rest in peace to everyone whose life has been taken preemptively, who have faced injustices. Very happy that the Breonna Taylor law got passed. We needed that W. We need more legislation passed and more conversations to be had in these houses of laws, within these walls. We need more ink to this paper to be pushed in our longevity for the generations after ours, because what's going to end up happening is these motherfuckers are going to be painting Black Lives Matter on streets and changing street names to Black Lives Matter with no showing that no actual lives matter, because martial law will be invoked and they'll kill all of us. It's going to start at the individual base, for folks waking up, figuring out their position and playing their part in all of this, making sure that we can actually sustain some kind of passed downable future for the next generation. Because as of right now, these niggas are literally trying to destroy the world. and we know. And we seen it. And now the question is, what's next? And are we ready for it? How can we prepare for it? That's the conversation we need to know now. What's next? How much worse is this going to get? What is the prediction of how much worse it's going to get? And where do we mobilize, organize? We need to get everybody together and have that conversation. It does not need to be online. It doesn't need to be on platforms like this. It needs to be like a phone line or some shit, something archaic that everybody would have access to. Some kind of, there has to be a low level tech that could be implemented for us to communicate on a broad level. I'm gonna do some more research into that personally. That way we can have like just a low level of communication to push out to everybody. To have the team, the home team, all on the same page. That's what I'm working on. Low level correspondence that can't get your hand on. That wouldn't be corruptible. That's that is where my mind wave has been this past month. Just thinking, how can we orchestrate a team of like-minded individuals to be able to really push the next generation into a place to where everybody is prosperous, peaceful after the fact, because these Templars keep fucking with people, ain't gonna be no peace. You don't see a lion robbing a damn thing. Lions are naturally peaceful beings. But when you get in that face, they get in that ass. Literally. They will open your ass up. You gotta stop fucking with us, man. And not by they, the powers that be. This ain't a skin color thing when it comes to the top down. They trying to kill everybody. But throughout all of it, I'm black. That's the side I'm on. That's where my spirit laid. It's a melanin thing. It's a melanin thing. I just wish everybody was more calm. Less worried about clicks, less worried about what people thought of their ideas instead of actually pushing forward a plan. I'm not here to say I have a plan. I'm working on one. I'm trying. Actively learning every day. Keyword actively. If I'm not reading some transcripts, reading some books, and if I'm not reading some books, I'm listening to podcasts on these things. I'm listening to transcripts from the past on these things. I'm listening to what these men said, what these men done. What our ancestors did, what our forefathers done. Because they pushed a quarter forward, but a lot of them still were murdered before their job was done. And I hate saying that they failed in the presence of me being alive, and like right now I'm able to talk to you freely. So it's a ignorant thing to say that they failed, I feel. but they sure as hell didn't win. They did not win. I think that's where I'm gonna end this. How can we win? That is my question to end this with. If I find an answer, I'll let everyone know. But as of right now, I have no answer to that. But keep that with you, whoever listens to this. How can we win? Over everything. Over adversity. Over evil. Over these fucking demons trying to breathe down our neck. Over these concubines. Over these spiritual thieves. Over the lowlives. I got friends that are scumbags. They still got good hearts and souls, but they will take your last 20. So we gotta win over them because they're gonna win over us and they won't care. They'll step over your fucking body and keep moving. How can we win? That's the question. And this has been the Super GenWorld Podcast, episode 5. Only we can save us. How can we win? I'm out.